I'll continue expanding this in the same flowing spoken style. No headings, no hard ending, calm expert tone, engaging and useful for men 50 plus, exactly like a long-form Dr. Reena Malik YouTube talk. This will add depth, reassurance, examples, and practical guidance, and smoothly extend the script towards your long target. You can keep saying continue, and I'll keep going in the same voice. Another important piece that doesn't get talked about enough is how hydration and blood flow affect the brain. Many men focus only on muscles or the heart, but circulation to the brain matters just as much. When blood flow is efficient, men often notice clearer thinking, better focus, and less of that foggy feeling that can creep in with age. Magnesium-supported hydration plays a role here too, because neurons rely on proper electrolyte balance to communicate efficiently. Have you ever noticed that when you're dehydrated or tense, your thinking feels slower or more scattered? That's not just fatigue. That's circulation and nerve signaling working less efficiently. As men age, thirst signals also become less reliable. You may not feel thirsty even when your body needs fluids. That's why hydration has to be intentional, not reactive. Adding minerals helps ensure that the water you drink actually reaches your cells instead of just passing through your system. One mistake I see often is men forcing themselves to drink large volumes of water quickly. That can dilute electrolytes and lead to frequent urination without improving hydration. A better approach is smaller amounts consistently with minerals to guide absorption. Magnesium also helps with muscle relaxation, including the smooth muscle and blood vessels. When that muscle relaxes, vessels widen slightly, improving blood flow. This is subtle, but over time it adds up. Men often report less stiffness in the morning or after sitting for long periods. Let me ask you something. Do you ever feel tight or stiff when you get up after sitting for a while? That can be a circulation issue. Not just joints, another area. Magnesium affects is sleep quality better. Sleep improves hormone regulation, reduces inflammation, and supports vascular repair. Everything is connected. When sleep improves, blood flow improves. Blood flow improves. When blood flow improves, energy improves. This is why I'm such a big believer in foundational habits over extreme interventions. The body is incredibly good at repairing itself when you give it the right conditions. It's also important to talk about medications because many men over 50 are on blood pressure meds, cholesterol meds, or other prescriptions. Magnesium doesn't replace these treatments, but it can support overall vascular health. If you're on medication, it's always smart to discuss supplements with your healthcare provider to make sure doses and timing are appropriate. Now let's talk about expectations again, because I want to keep this realistic. You're not going to drink magnesium water once and suddenly feel dramatically different. What most men notice is gradual change, less tension, better sleep, steadier energy over weeks that can translate into better stamina and confidence in the body. This gradual improvement is actually a good sign. It means your body is adapting in a sustainable way. Diet matters here too. Magnesium works best when paired with a diet that supports blood flow. Leafy greens, nuts, seeds, legumes, and whole foods provide potassium, fiber, and antioxidants that work alongside magnesium. Ultra-processed foods tend to increase inflammation and deplete minerals. If most of your calories come from packaged foods, your mineral needs go up, while intake often goes down. That's a mismatch. Another factor that often surprises men is breathing. Shallow, rapid breathing keeps the body in a stress state. Deep, slow breathing improves nitric oxide production in the nasal passages and supports vascular relaxation. This may sound small, but over time it matters. Have you ever noticed that when you slow your breathing, your body feels calmer almost immediately? That's your nervous system shifting gears. Stress management isn't just mental, it's physical. Magnesium supports this shift, but it works best when paired with calming habits. Let's talk briefly about exercise. Movement increases nitric oxide production. Walking, cycling, swimming, and resistance training all support circulation. You don't need to push to exhaustion. In fact, overtraining can increase inflammation and cortisol, which works against blood flow. Consistency beats intensity, especially after 50. Hydration with mineral supports exercise recovery too. Muscles contract and relax using electrolytes. When those are balanced, movement feels smoother and recovery is faster. Another question I hear often is whether everyone needs magnesium. Not necessarily, but many people benefit. Signs that you might benefit include muscle cramps, tightness, restless, sleep fatigue, or frequent headaches. Blood tests don't always reflect tissue levels accurately, so symptoms and response matter. I also want to address fear around supplements. There's a lot of conflicting information online. The key is moderation, quality, and purpose. You're not taking magnesium to chase a sensation. You're using it to support normal physiology. This approach applies to everything we've talked about. Blood flow improves when the body feels supported, not stressed. I want to pause again and check in with you. As you listen to this, does it feel manageable or does it feel overwhelming? If it feels like too much, start with one thing. Often hydration is the easiest place to begin. Change doesn't have to be dramatic to be effective. Another benefit of better circulation is temperature regulation. Men with poor blood flow often feel cold hands and feet. Improved vascular relaxation can help with that over time. Circulation also affects healing. Small cuts, muscle soreness, and recovery all depend on blood delivering nutrients and oxygen. Supporting blood flow supports resilience. One thing I want to be very clear about is that there is no single mineral drink or habit that fixes everything, but there are combinations of simple habits that together make aging feel very different. Hydration with minerals,